So we're going to look at this article. Transgender athletes' rights was opposed by those who viewed female athletes as undeserving. Study finds. I feel like that's grammatically incorrect. But anyway, new research published in Sociology of Sport suggests that the rhetoric of Save Women's Sports movement may reflect ideological motivations rather than a genuine commitment to advancing opportunities for female athletes. Wow, do you think? Who would have thought? My goodness, what a groundbreaking study. It's almost as if every single person saying they're defending women is actually a misogynist dickhead and the part of the same anti-feminist movement that opposed women's rights and gay rights. Wow, who would have thought? Goodness. Anyway, using data collected between 2018 and 19, researchers found that opposition to transgender athletes' rights are associated with beliefs about women's physical appearance, negative attitudes towards female athletes, and homophobic views. Wow, what a shocker. This is a classic example of study confirms the sun rises in the morning. Like, okay, we've known this since the dawn of time. It's been very clearly obvious to everyone who is rational that is the case. There are no good rational arguments against trans people in sports on a general scale. Like banning 14-year-olds from doing PE, there's no rational argument for that at all. Going to extreme lengths to change the constitution of a state to ban one girl from playing tennis doesn't make any sense. Banning trans women from playing pool or snooker or darts, totally insane. And we've all seen that the people who are making the most noise about this hate women and have been talking about how women's sports are rubbish for years, and now all of a sudden the new thing is that they pretend that they like women's sports. But it is good still to have it as a study in a real journal. Sometimes you need to do science, the formal process of science, so that you can then build on it in the future, and so that politicians can't deny it so easily. That they still will. Understanding the factors that shape public opinions can push leaders to make changes or create policies that are responsive to people's beliefs and how they come to them. Altogether, studying public opinions about trans people, trans athletes' rights allows for improved understandings of the extent to which the reasons why members of the public criticize or advocate for trans people in sports and society want to see changes in sport and society policies and interactions, and are recognizing meanings and values associated with sex and gender and sexuality in sports and society, which is very true. I do feel like there's a big chunk of liberals or centre-left people who don't know or care about trans rights, and they would probably be offended on your behalf if some guy walked in to a pub or something in front of them and started misgendering you and calling you slurs and stuff. They'd probably stand up for you in that situation. But they still think you should be banned from toilets and banned from from doing sport at school or something. Because that's their gut feeling, and they don't really they haven't analysed this at all. And some of those people are making the policies in the Democrat Party and in the Labour Party in the UK. And they're like, oh yeah, we should just give up on trans rights. Well, the Republicans want this a lot and we don't really care, so we'll just let them take that because we don't stand up for it. And I'm sure everyone will support us. And they don't realise, because they just buy into this media bullshit where they're like, we're defending women, and they're like, okay, we don't want to be seen attacking women here, so we'll just keep our hands off. But when they see studies like this, hopefully they can be convinced to the reality of it, which is all the people saying this are just anti-women, right-wing conservative dickhead types, and they should say, yes, let's make women's sports better by actually funding them and looking at the actual data. And, oh, what's that? Trans women statistically underperform at every single sport at every single level. Banning trans girls from doing PE at school doesn't benefit anyone. Okay, let's put that in policy. And at the same time, we can fund women's sports. So yeah, hopefully something good will come from this study. We'll see.